Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL has been around since 1920. And we're talking nearly 102 years of being in existence. And they have never had a black owner. I mean, I wouldn't be concerned about it now if I were him. So this is Robert F. Smith. NFL is begging him to buy the Denver Broncos. You know, if I were a billionaire, one thing I wouldn't do is let somebody tell me what to do with my own money. And if you got an image problem, you sure weren't concerned about that image problem for over 100 years. Why worry about it now? The NFL have always had an image problem. You had an image problem. All these white owners and the majority of the NFL is black. You weren't worried about it now. Now that you're being outed over it, all of a sudden, let's find black face to throw in here so we can save face. Shoot, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't give a damn about you saving face. I would invest in what I want and whatever I don't want to invest with, invest my money in. Oh, well, that's the way it is. So the National Football League is frantically appealing to Robert F. Smith, the nation's richest black man, to buy the Denver Broncos. But thus far, he has shown reluctance to bid, sources told the Post. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Smith, a New York based private equity tycoon who famously spent 34 million dollars in 2019 to pay off student loans of the entire graduating class of Morehouse College, is a Denver native and would become the first black owner of the NFL team if he purchased the Broncos. NFL Commissioner Robert Goodell, he is pulling out all the stops to woo Smith, even as the team is rumored to have gained interest from Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. All right, so as well as quarterback legend Peyton Manning and John Elway, sources said. That's because Goodell is scrambling to repair the league's banged up image when it comes to race relations. Mm, mm, mm. Goodell is putting a tremendous pressure on him to bid, a source close to the situation said of Smith. Last week, ex Miami Dolphin coach Brian Flores has filed a lawsuit against the NFL that compared to the league has a plantation where 70% of the players are black and none of the owners are. Nonetheless, the 59-year-old Smith, who has an estimated amount of money of $6.7 billion. That's what they're saying he's worth. According to Forbes, is in the middle of raising a $20 billion plus fund for his Austin, Texas based buyout firm, Vista Equity Partners. He doesn't want to be saddled down with hunting for a new starting quarterback, two sources said. And Smith said he grew up as a Broncos fan and might want to buy a team, but not now while he's raising funds. That's what he's doing. I think it's a 50-50 whether he bids for the team, a well placed banking source told the Post. The NFL desperately wants Smith to bid right now. He doesn't want to. If Smith bids, he wins. Smith didn't respond to requests for comment. For its part, the NFL told the Post there is tremendous interest in owning NFL franchises, including the Denver Broncos, which are up for sale. Numerous parties have expressed interest, and that includes multiple minority executives. Reports that Smith, who is also a chairman of Carnegie Hall, was a possible bidder for the Broncos, first surfaced late last month. Smith didn't comment at the time, but a source close to the billionaire sought to throw cold water on the speculation. Robert's priorities right now are on the fight for voting rights and economic justice rather than being an owner of a team, a source said in a statement quoted by multiple outlets. He continues to be the most focused on how he can best help underserved communities gain access to capital, healthcare, education, and the ballot box. Pursuing ownership of the Broncos is not on his radar right now. Even for Smith, buying the Broncos would require a significant chunk of change. Insiders expect the team, which has hired investment bank Allen and Company to explore a sale after being placed on a trust of the late owner Patrick Bolin. So they're looking for upwards of $4 billion in an auction that could double to 2.2 billion that hedge fund mogul David Tapper had paid for the Carolina Panthers in 2018. Still a record price for the NFL franchise. Mm-mm-mm. And they said earlier in the week they turned to comedian, media mogul Byron Allen. Said he is preparing a bid for the Broncos. Still, a source familiar with Allen's finances says he likely doesn't even have $250 million to invest in the team, and that the league is not taking his efforts seriously. Okay. Anyone who announces themselves as a bidder is not a real candidate. Uh, Banker close to the sale process said of Allen. Brian Allen said in an interview with the Post that capital isn't an issue. Meanwhile, at the Super Bowl press conference Wednesday, Goodell said the league has met with Allen a couple of times about the Broncos, but he's not the only individual that's interested in buying an NFL team that is black. And we have worked hard to make sure that we have as many candidates possible and put them in a position to succeed. Yeah, well, you sure weren't worried about that even 5 years ago. They ain't worried about, they got an image problem right now. These folks ain't concerned about that. you know, if they do get a black owner, I don't think they're going to be an owner for long. That's just my opinion. They're doing it for show. As soon as these folks get back in their comfort zone, they won't even want a black owner. I just feel this whole thing is disingenuous. If, like I said, if I was a billionaire, they couldn't come talk to me. Mm-mm. If I can't decide whether I want a team or not, I'm not going to be pressured into doing or taking something I really don't want. And in all honesty, after reading this, I don't really think Robert F. Smith is even remotely interested in going down this road with being a team owner. You know, I don't think he's going to do it. That's just my opinion. He may be getting approached, but I don't believe he will do it. But y'all can tell me what you think in the comments. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.